With us now are Tricia and Michele, and we're going to be talking about recovery. They're business partners, and they've got a brand new book out. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you.
Hey, thank you for having us.
So your title is A Teacher's Glossary, right? From AA to Z.
Yep.
How did you come up with this beautiful brainchild? What happened? I want to know the story.
Okay, so Tricia and I were introduced to each other about 18 months ago, both going through a divorce, both single mothers. We realized that we lived around the corner from each other. We were both teachers, and we were both trying to not only survive the divorce, but thrive in recovery. And so the book was born.
Now, I know you, and you're a photographer, and so
Yes.
you just told me backstage that you did what? You took all the images.
So as we were finishing up the edits of the book, I realized that images are really important for people as they're going through the book, and it also has pieces for journal writing. So Tricia has encouraged me to pick up the camera and shoot the images for the book, which I did, and it was the first time that I picked up the camera since I entered recovery in 2016.
And you were saying that you were able to have focus.
Yes, focus again.
And it translated through your photography.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that. I'm so happy for you both.
Thank you.
What are your goals and hopes for this book? Why did you write it, Tricia?
So I think that we want to send a message that anyone can recover from anything. This
Okay.
is recovery as an all-encompassing, no matter what it is. We want everyone to understand that there is a way to recover. And when we entered into the world of recovery and spirituality, we realized that there was nothing out there that was accessible. And so we wrote it because we felt that there was a need for it. And we just hope it opens doors for people.
And you have this great acronym. You both wear these like cool shirts that say
These are hugs.
Hugs.
These are our hugs.
Okay.
We're here to give you hugs.
And what does that acronym stand for?
HUG stands for Higher Power, Universe, God, and Spirit. And we came up with it because we kept saying repeatedly in the book, ask your higher power, ask your universe, ask your God, ask your spirit. So we decided to just shorten it and just ask your hugs, because we wanted it to be relatable to everyone, no matter what
Your
religious
beliefs are,
denomination or spirituality
that was
background
important.
that you have.
And because you're teachers, you told me not only are you going to have the book, but you're going to implement that through workshops.
Right.
What's going to be happening with that process?
So I am a high school teacher, and I started doing this with some of my students. We created something called the 12 Shifts for Change. And
Which I was jokingly saying it was the 12 shifts.
Yes,
But
yes,
what is 12
yes.
shifts?
Not the
Okay,
shifts.
12
Right.
shifts.
Shifts, yes.
Okay.
Right, and what we decided to do was to, we looked at what we're teaching in schools, and we realized that there are things that we learned from recovery that really could help kids to discover their purpose, and we could combat so many of the problems we have in schools, like violence and bullying and substance abuse, whatever it may be. So we created the 12 Shifts for Change, and it's a curriculum that's based on, I guess we could call it character ed, but we've put a spin on it. And I'm trying it with my students, and it's really been eye-opening. We're also going to pilot it with Superintendent of Patch Hog Medford.
Yes, Dr. Hines, who's a very progressive superintendent. He's decided to pilot it with us. So we're working on YouTube videos so we can help train his staff in how to implement the lessons from elementary to high school.
I think what you're doing, they used to many years ago have the DARE program, and then it lost funding. And there has been such a rise of people using heroin, overdosing from many different things. I think that the timing is so crucial right now to what you're doing, and I thank you on behalf of the entire community, because it takes somebody like you guys to step up and implement a plan. You can talk all you want about it, but you're taking action.
Yeah, this is a crippling epidemic right now in our society, and it's the town in which we live in has one of the highest rates of opioid overdose. So it really is, it's one of our passions, is to try to do what we can to help out.
And perhaps if we could give kids a blueprint for living, they wouldn't have to have all the struggles that we had to face.
So AA to Z.
AA to Z.
Wonderful. I know your book's going to be available on Amazon.
Yes.
And people will be able to reach out to you if they want to book you as speakers and things like that right through your website.
Yes, absolutely. We also have a bunch of projects that we're working on right now. So we have the Teacher's Guide to Raising Your Vibration.
Volume 2.
We also have
Glossary.
volume 2, to the glossary is almost finished because we wrote volume 1, which is coming out soon, so early on in our recovery that we have learned so many more skills and strategies and ideas and philosophies that we figured we had to write a volume 2 right away.
We're also writing a glossary for teens because I found that so much of what we wrote in the original glossary is helpful with my students. So we're writing one of those as well.
Yeah. So this tiny seed just
came
Prolific.
Exploding,
It
yes, exploding
It just
now.
keeps coming.
Do you ever feel sometimes that the challenges that we overcome in life were all there for a purpose?
Oh, absolutely. We know that. We know that.
Yeah.
And you say to yourself, you're like, oh, now it kind of makes sense. So
Yes, yes,
we
yes.
wish you all the best. We know that you're going to be like
you.
saving lives, and congratulations on your wonderful recovery. I know
Thank
it's like
you.
one day at a time, but we're wishing you all the best.
Thank you
like
for
big
having
applause
us.
for you.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you very much. We hope that you were inspired by this segment with Tricia and Michele. I'm Donna Drake. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up.